Alright, I'm back. Figured I'd have a nice Coors Light right there. And we take a look at that crystal clear color. No, it's just water. I don't know where I got this Coors Light glass. Maybe I got drunk and took it from the bar, or maybe one of my friends got drunk and took it from the bar and brought it back. No idea. But I got this one, and I'm just drinking water tonight. At some point, I think it was before lunch, I just thought, I'm not going to eat today. And I went home for lunch, and I did some chores, fed the dog, went back to work, got home from work, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to have dinner either. I'm just not going to eat today. I've done an intermittent fasting thing in the past, and I don't have a scale, so I have no idea if I lost any weight, but I didn't stick with it that long. But I kind of figured, what's the harm, So we'll see. I might try to do the same thing tomorrow, just 2 days in a row. And I was successful, so maybe 2 days in a row. Let's just see what the fuck happens. I don't know. But in order to feel full, I've been drinking a lot of water. So that's probably a good thing too. Because my body's been dehydrated for fucking 21 years. Or 30 years. Alright. Holland Glen from Talbot Shaving, as well as Maol Grooming. So this one kind of comes at an unfortunate time because Talbot and Maol, I think both of them closed up shop just recently. They did kind of a thank you to our customers, but we're moving in other directions in our lives and we're closing up shop. So kind of at a bad time, but we'll still kind of remember the good times with Talbot Shaving and Maol Grooming. And they were definitely good members of the community and all that jazz. And we'll talk a little bit more about it after we get this show on the road. We got an excellent lather here. If you can see that, it looks very dense, creamy, luxurious. That, of course, is in our Thirsty Badger shave bowl out of Canada. Love this thing. And then here we got our Viking shaving brush. And this one kind of has the wood handle with the yellow resin on top. Beautiful handle. It has its imperfections, but I still love this handle. I think it's a great shape. I like that it's a little bit taller and slender, but it still has some curves to it, which make it very ergonomic. On top, we got our Strike Gold Shave not Hair Force one, Executive Hand-Tied Knot, which of course is a natural hair badger brush. So lather all whipped up, ready to go. Let's get some moisture on the face. And we'll talk a little bit more about the soap. So I do believe this was winnings from a giveaway from the Shave Amigos on Instagram. And so I had Nikki Shaves got my information and sent that to me. I was the lucky winner. So thank you to the Shave Amigos, Sully Cortez on YouTube and on Instagram. Nikki Shaves on Instagram, and Shave on Gents, which is Carlos. So Shave on Gents on Instagram. I'll make sure to mention them and try to link them in the description of this video, as well as the Shave Migos Instagram account. So please check those guys out. Really cool dudes, and generous, funny, ambitious young wet shavers. So I love it. Alright, let's take some of this lather here. Like I said, very dense, no visible bubbles, to be seen. So a very good looking lather here by Talbot Shaving. I think this is in their, newest, formula, whatever version they were at. I think this is their most up-to-date and newest one. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that is up on Talbot's releases. I was never a huge Talbot fan. I appreciated what they did. I know they had a quality product because I own a few of them, And shout out to Austin at AA Shaving. He sent me samples of damn near the whole catalog. So I know that they made good scents. I know that they had various good shaving soap bases. You know, the whole 9 yards. Talbot Shaving was the truth. But they kind of had a niche. And their niche was these outdoorsy scents. You know, they would pick a different locale and try to bring it to life through fragrance. And, you know, I'm just not interested in every single locale. You know what I mean? Like, they all smell pleasant. They all smell good. But they're more like what I deem as candle scents. They're like for casual enjoyment or nostalgia. Rather than, you know, something sexy or something masculine, something that you would, you know, wear to work or wear on a date, or even just around the house, you know, just trying to smell good, you know what I mean? So they're more like candle scents for casual enjoyment, and that's just not what I want at all times. Sometimes, yes, but not at all times. Okay. Let's take a moment to introduce the razor. We're going with this bad boy right here. This is a gem featherweight razor. Gave you a good look at the profile there. Now let's take a look at the head of this thing. Very handsome little razor. It's kind of got the Bakelite handle. Little gold accent on the bottom. Gold plated head. Or not even gold plated. It's probably just brass or some sort of alloy. And then we got a Personna stainless gem blade inside, which this is just kind of a push to open. And you can see the gem blade there. At least I think it's Personna stainless. This is, I think, a second use blade. So, and it's just spring loaded. So that's what we're using today. Let's get this shave on the road. Now, not that this matters, but it was $20 for 4 ounces, and it is a tallow shave soap. It is on its way to being unobtainium, so if this scent or any of the scents in Talbot's lineup, you know, sound interesting to you, now is the time to buy them, because they're going to be unobtainium. He's closing up shop. Really like this razor. It's pretty much all gems have a degree of blade feel. But this one's very non-threatening, very comfortable. And although they use a different shave angle than double-edged safety razors, it's still very intuitive. I mean, once you learn that it's a steeper angle, pretty much, you know, lock that in and you're off to the races. It's not rocket science. You just use that little bit shallower shave angle. A lot of people use the term ride the cap, you know, the cap being the head of the razor, so they'll say ride the cap, kind of keep it, you know, flush to the skin, but you actually want like a little 10 degrees off the skin. But really intuitive. It's not rocket science whatsoever. Other than that, all the other shaving principles apply. You know, a light touch, sure strokes. You know. So the scent on this one is very enjoyable. It's about medium strength, so no issues there. Definitely good for casual enjoyment. I do enjoy the scent on this one. I have no idea where the Holland Glen is. I looked on 2 separate retailers' websites, West Coast Shaving and Pet Stores, just to get the details about this soap. And it wasn't mentioned on either one of them. So I have no idea where the Holland Glen is. And they also, on neither site, had the exact scent notes, which thought that was a bit interesting. They just kind of had like a write-up kind of describing their inspiration for the scent. And kind of, I'll paraphrase. It's basically, you know, the sun is coming up on a forest, and the warmth is taking the chill off of the trees, you know, and they mentioned oak, maple, and pine, and then, you know, as it gets a little further up, it hits the earth beneath the trees, and now it's hitting the damp green, mossy earth. And then they mention like there's a stream that leads to a waterfall. So you also have like that kind of dirty aquatic or mossy green aquatic as well. So I do think their description was a good way to lead the nose onto what they were going for, because I can kind of follow that description in my mind and pick up a lot of what they were saying. It has, overall, it's kind of I never know how to describe this, where it's in between like dark and fresh. So it has like this neutral standing where you could probably wear this year round. It's not too dark, it's not too light. I definitely pick up the woods and the mossy green vibe. I think the aquatic is in there with the mossy green vibe, but it is a little bit, you know, it's not I don't think it's the forefront of this scent, the aquatic part. I think the mossy green, very pleasant mossy green, earthy vibe is the main note, and then you have supporting cast of woods, and then there's just a little bit of like a murky, dirty aquatic type going on. Overall, it's a very enjoyable scent, very pleasant, very approachable. But again, it's not like sexy or overly freshy. It's just, you know, it takes you to the place that it wants you to be at. It does that. It's a good representation. And even the label, if you're looking at the label art, it all leans in towards the scent that they're trying to deliver. So you can see the woods, the earth, and the stream, you know, and then it has the green labeling. So I think it all kind of lends to the picture that they're trying to give you, and they did a really good job at that. And I always liked Talbot for that. I mean, that their releases were definitely like a full package, you know. To the labels, the actual fragrance itself, the write-up, like they did well putting together a comprehensive product. And I did like that about it. And I think, you know, everybody in the game kind of respected Talbot. You know, they might not be buying every single release because, again, I think that niche, you know, was kind of a gift and a curse but definitely had respect. Like, everybody knew Talbot was a good shave soap. Just like everybody knows that Maol Grooming was a good aftershave product. Like, it was just kind of commonplace for people that have been around for Talbot's journey. Like, we know this stuff. It's common knowledge. It's just whether or not, you know, you're interested in the release. You know, you're interested in the scent or not. No problems whatsoever with the performance here. Slick as can be. Good residual as well. Oh yeah, just doing a little bit of pickups where I have these swirling hair patterns. I think we got her. Let's do one last bit right here. Get the stragglers that come up on the collar line. And so we do got the matching aftershave here, so we'll get into that in just a second. Unfortunately, everything made it to me in transit in the mail, but the aftershave definitely leaked. I lost some product, and the bubble wrap that it was in, like it stayed in the bubble wrap, but it's like the tape or something came loose, or maybe the tape got wet from the cap coming loose. I don't know, but I mean, they took every precaution to send it to me the right way, the same way that I send it. You know, I'll put some tape on the lid so that it doesn't unscrew, and then I'll put it in bubble wrap and kind of pray that it makes it to its destination. And they did the same, so no fault to them. Their packaging was on point, but this is just one of the risks we run, you know, when sending these aftershaves in the mail. So I lost a little bit. No big deal. It really wasn't a lot of product, and I don't know if I like this scent enough that I'm like gonna keep it. I might just do it as a giveaway. You know, give away a giveaway. I'm definitely not gonna sell something that was given to me. Lancaster red here. So I'll just throw it in the pile of soaps that I am either gonna piff or give away in the future. I don't do a whole hell of a lot of giveaways on my channel, only when I hit milestones. And honestly, my channel doesn't really grow that much or that fast, so you might not be seeing a giveaway, you know, for a while, but it is what it is. I'll have this available whenever I get around to it, and I'm definitely thankful for the giveaway. Fantastic soap, pleasant scent, and the aftershave, obviously, top notch as well. And let's get into some of that while we're at it. Now, I don't know why. I think Maol is closing as well. So Talbot's out of the U.S., Maol is out of Canada. We got, oops, why do I always get that wrong? So it is an alcohol aftershave, but this has a good skin food to it. Give it a good shake. Now, I have had a Talbot or a Maol in the past where the cap broke along the rim. Maybe I over-tightened it. So I'm definitely going to make sure not to over-tighten this one. Got a good restrictor right there. One thing about Maol is they recommend, you know, a little bit goes a long way with their aftershave. So definitely don't want to overdo it. Ooh, one thing I'm noting in this aftershave is the presence of some more brighter notes. I don't know, like if there was a citrus component, or maybe the aquatic opponent is more prominent in the aftershave, but that was very noticeable that it is a little bit brighter in the aftershave, but still has that mossy green earth and woods. There's just a noticeably brighter component in the aftershave. All right, so phenomenal shave with the gem razor here. If you don't have any gems, definitely check one out sometime. They are fantastic, and you could get them for cheap on eBay. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Hope to catch you on the next one. Cheers.